How's it going, Internet? Today we're going to talk about some potentially aggravating news about Russia. So, supposedly, thanks to all the sanctions, here in the West, we're paying through the roof for actually stupid prices for heating bills, fuel, and food. And apparently, those in Russia, their prices have actually come down. So, this is something that came out of The Sun. It's a British newspaper, and I don't know how reliable this is, but it really pissed me off. So, headline is Thanks a lot. Welcome to Sanction Hit Russia, where the prices are down. Down. As Brits and others in the West suffer from soaring inflation. So it's just so aggravating. So apparently sanction hit Russia where the heating bills and fuel prices are a fraction, okay? The food costs are also coming down every month. This is, I don't and according to Putin's people, they're partying like there is no war. Now, how can this actually be? It's bizarre. Look at this chart here that the the estimated prices, you're looking at food up 10%. This is in the UK, but in the United States, it's of something similar. Price of food in Russia has gone down 11%, potatoes 30%, bananas 14%. I didn't even know you can grow bananas in Russia. This is crazy. How is that even possible? Tomatoes 14%, energy bills, well, you know, 10%. So their energy bills are also going up. They're just not going up 100% like they are here in the West. It is absolutely ridiculous. So, supposedly, all these crazy prices here in the West are naturally due to the sanctions. But what doesn't make any sense, this is just mind-boggling. The price the price of food and energy in Moscow is dropping. So supposedly here the article goes into explaining how Russia has managed to buck the trend. And the professor says the government has cash, a lot of cash. It's cash rich. This is a Professor Michael Clark. The government has the cash right now to subsidize food. And as long as they have oil and energy money, they can keep subsidizing. So they're kind of saying that because it's basically a government-controlled society, that the government, as a oil and energy cash-rich country, as they're selling the energy for more money to the West, they can pay and subsidize for food production. But what the price of energy will be next year is anyone's guess. It'll be a lot harder for them from the next year onwards. So it's bizarre. Visiting professor at the University of Exeter warned of pain to come. So sanctions, they claim sanctions were always a long-term strategy. Russia cash rich because of energy prices, and they're kind of getting at that this will end pretty soon. But here we have here we have somebody in the West, the UK guy Boris Johnson says they must endure higher energy bills to face down Russia as Ukraine pays for blood. So essentially, the West must subsidize Ukraine's fight against Russia. And a lot of people are standing with Ukraine on that. Now, this is going to hurt the West, obviously, short term and long term. But here we have the section where they're basically talking about that Europe could potentially suffer blackouts, kind of like in California with their energy issues, and they're going to start rationing energy, and this is pretty bad. Um, it's bizarre. So for some whatever reason, Russia through the TV, through the state TV, says that Ukraine is awash with Nazis, and that Britain is actively arming the Ukraine. And it's very strange. So, who's in the right? We don't know. We don't know because we probably are not told everything there is to be told. But we do know that there's a lot of Western folks and celebrities that are flying into Ukraine to show their support and essentially continue this idea that we should subsidize through potentially our own suffering the fight against Russia. So, yeah, that's pretty nuts. In the meantime, Russia has vowed to keep natural gas supplies to Europe via the Nord Stream 1 pipeline shut off, risking even more price hikes. And this is the hilarious part. This is all weaponized. So if you think energy is outside the scope of basically a weapon of mass destruction, no, this is a complete weapon, a complete economic weapon. But yeah. So anyway, I don't know if this is fake. Maybe, there was a commenter in one of my previous videos on the strong Russian economy, and they said that these are all fake numbers. So is this article fake? Could be, could not be. But at the end of the day, it's certainly not fake that we're all paying a hell of a lot more than we used to. So there's that. All right. Anyways, just a quick little video on these ridiculous findings out of the Sun UK paper. So smash the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.